out there, but will he be right
No,
tomorrow
he'll
night?
be playing, yeah.
What's the
He's
reason
got an
behind?
ankle problem for about 6 weeks now, so he just can't train every day.
So there's not in doubt at all.
I just told you that.
Any other? Obviously, Sam got through last week. Is his quad 100%?
What do you reckon?
I think he's all right.
That's good then. Let's go with it.
What about his brother, Tom? How's his knee?
Yeah, I was just talking to Tom. It's a lot slower conversation than Sam, but he thinks he might be right for next week actually. Yeah.
Fair boost on the eve of the finals.
Yeah, well, George will be back too. George says he's feeling good. Why wouldn't you be after 8 weeks? So might have both of them available next week.
So, Wayne, what do you, after tomorrow night, obviously a win will secure top 4 without any points for and against differentials, things like that. What are you after tomorrow night?
Oh, just after a good performance. That's, simply that for us. We just need to consistently build our game and, get the things that work for us into our minds without having to think about it. And so I think the last 2 weeks have been really good for us. Hopefully tomorrow night we can go out there and execute the things that we do well, and that'll be the best thing we've got going for us in the next month.
Importantly, have the last 2 weeks shown the boys that they can be a real threat in the finals?
Oh, I think their position on the table shows they can be a real threat. They played all the teams, and there's nobody that's completely dominated us. We've had our moments, and we've had some good moments and bad moments, but overall, as I said, this is the time of the year you need to get all these things in order, and we've had a couple of weeks of where it's been much better, and if we can finish that tomorrow night before the new season starts, then I'll be happy with that.
Is this the kind of test you'd like your team to have on the eve of the finals?
Oh no, I think we have to play the Roosters to have a test on the eve of the finals, but it'll be a big game, and we're all looking forward to it, and I'm sure they're looking forward to it, so it's a good time of the year to do it, but it doesn't have to be that.
Wayne, what are you seeing from the Roosters the last few weeks? They just seem to be humming along.
They're good. Well, they're a good side, and they've won a competition, so they're confident. Show all the hallmarks of a team that's been a top-performing team for the last 2 or 3 years. So, they know their job, they know their roles, and they'll come out and try and execute that, and they'll be trying to stop us from doing what we need to do.
Seems like such a long time ago, but can you take much out of that round 1 game you played at the start of the season?
Oh, no, not really. It's a long time. You're right, it's a long time ago. It's 23 weeks ago. Lots happened. But, we get to the end of this part here with 1 week, last week of the season. They've won 2 more games than we've won, and there's not much difference between the teams still. So I kind of think that's the way it'll be tomorrow night.
When you arrived at the club, did you realise how good Cam Murray was?
Oh, I probably did. I didn't know what made him good then, but I'd seen him play last year, and I really like what he brought. So, now I know why it works for him. So,
What makes him good?
He's got very good technique in all aspects of his game. Tackle tech, carrying the ball technique, got lots of energy. They're pretty important qualities. And he executes really well with whatever he's doing, whether he's running the ball or he's making a tackle.
How impressed have you been by what he's done, not only here, but obviously thrown into the Origin arena earlier this year? He seems like, for a young guy, he's just developed with every occasion.
Yeah, but it's a journey for all the young guys, and he's been on that journey, and this year's a little bit better than he was last year, and he'll be better next year than he was this year. That's the way it works, and they get to that point in their life when they've played their best footy when they're about 25, 26, 27.
Wayne, you did a lot of work, obviously post-Origin with Cody, and he seems to, last couple of weeks, seems to have found that early season form again.
Yeah, no, he's been good for about well over a month now, Cody. Origin has a huge impact on players, and some good, some bad, some indifferent, but it has an impact either way. And he had a great experience, and I'm sure will hopefully get that experience again in his future. But he found himself on the bench. He found himself not in the team the following week, and you've got to deal with all that, and got to come back to clubland. And the other thing, he's much more heavily marked than he was at the beginning of the season. So he's learned to deal with all that, and I think he's back to his form and back to his confidence.
Wayne, the boys will be wearing special socks in awareness of cystic fibrosis. What do these sorts of occasions mean for the club and the playing group?
Oh, well, it's all part of our corporate responsibility today, and our fan responsibility to make people aware of those that are in less fortunate position than ourselves, like to come here to train this morning, a beautiful day like this, and be with your best mates. It's not the real world. So a lot of people out there with illnesses, so I'm just pleased the club and the game recognises that, and that's what we're doing.
Wayne, is George an automatic selection next week when he comes first week of the finals?
Nobody's an automatic selection. So we'll just see where it's at, how we play tomorrow night, who's doing what.
He's shown the right attitude though the last.
Yeah, he's been good. No, he's been good. He's trained hard, so he's keen to go, of course. But as I said, we've had a lot of guys doing the job since he's been away, and I've got to, wait till we get through tomorrow night.
Alex Johnston's resettled into the team since he came back from injury.
I'm just pleased to have him back. We'll be good to get him back to fullback, but he's just not ready for that yet. But again, that'll be another decision next week.
Could we see the backline shuffle around at all later in the game tomorrow night, perhaps, just maybe give him a few minutes back there?
Let's get to tomorrow night and you can see what we do, okay?
Wayne, Greg was watching on today. It's great to see him back around the club. I know he was here a few weeks ago, but it's great to see him back.
Yeah, no, it is great to see him back, and yeah, it's quite a presence, and I was pleased he turned up this morning.
What kind of an impact does it have on the guys? Has he been around the group recently?
No, not really. We haven't seen a lot of Greg this season for one reason or another, but he's close to a lot of these guys because he played a lot of football with them. They're his best mates. So, but in terms of being here every day, no, that hasn't happened.
Wayne, do you have any thoughts on the second team in Brisbane? It's popped up again this week, the debate.
Yeah, I just I don't want to add to it one way or the other. There's great games of football on the weekend. We all seem to get bored with the football. I never get bored with the football. I get bored with all the other stuff that they talk, and the fans deserve better. The fans deserve to have the front and centre right now is what's happened this weekend and what's going to happen the next month. Not some talk about what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. Talk's pretty cheap actually. So.
Cheers, mate.